Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Tsebe again, and I'll be teaching you on how to find orthogonal bases. Suppose you're given a scenario like this. Find orthogonal bases for the vector space generated by these vectors. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to be using GRAM-SCHMIDT orthogonalization process. In the previous video, I've shown you how to prove for orthogonality, and then it was so simple because we were given R2 or two dimension, but in this case we are given more than two. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna let our V 1 prime to be A. But what is our A? Our A, I will write it in this form right now. It will be 1, 1, 0 and 1. So this will be our A. But remember that A and B is the same as A times B. So we are going to be using this throughout this video so that to avoid further complications. So it will be V2, which will be B in this case, minus B times A over A times A times A. So this is what we're gonna do. But what is B? What is our B? Our B is 1 minus 2, 0 and 0, minus B again, which is just the same as 1 minus 2, 0 and 0. But we multiply by what? By A. But what is A? A is 1, 1, 0 and 0. 1, 1, 0 and 1. Sorry. So even here is going to be what? It's going to be 1, 1, 0 and 1. And even here 1, 1, 0 and 1. Even here we multiply by 1, 1, 0 and 1. According to our formula. According to our formula. So this is what we're going to do. Let's start by solving this part first. So this will just be 1 minus 2, 0 and 0, minus 1 times 1 is 1, plus 2 times minus 1 is minus 2, plus 0 times 0 is just 0, 0 times 0 is just 0. 1 times 1 is 1, plus 1 times 1 is 1 also, 0 times 0 is 0, 1 times 1, 1. So, and multiply by 1, 1, 0, 1. So let's go further. This will be what? This will be 1 minus 2, 0, 0. And this one will be minus 1. Minus 1. Minus 1 times 1, it will be positive 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. 1, 1, 0, 1. This is 0, guys, not 2. And this one will be something like, it will be 1 plus 1 over 3 multiplied by 1. So we are going to take this 1 and then we add by 1 over 3 multiplied by 1. It will give you something like 4 over 3. Let me write it this way. It will give you 4 over 3. The second one will be 2 minus 2 plus 1 over 3 times 1 again, and then it will give you minus 5 over 3. And then the third one is 0 plus 1 over 3 multiplied by 0, which is, oh sorry, it's 0 plus 1 over 3, which is just 0 actually, yes. And then the fourth one is 0 plus 1 over 3 times 1 over 3, which is just 1 over 3. Which is just 1 over 3. This can be written as 1 over 3 because of we see that 1 over 3 is actually a common factor. So we'll be having 4 minus 5, 0 and 1. So these are actually our orthogonal bases. So let me erase this part and put them here. So there will be 1 over 3 should be 4 minus 5, 0 and 1. This will be our orthogonal basis for V2 prime. Let's check for V3 prime. Let's check for V3 prime. So for V3 prime, we are going to say that C minus C multiplied by B over B multiplied by B times B minus again C multiplied by A all the way to A, which is V1 prime, which is A times A times A. So this is V3. So, and this is the same as this one will be for C. But what is our C? Our C is 1, 0, minus 1 and 2. Minus, what is our C again? 1, 0, minus 1 and 2, according to our formula, multiplied by B. But this is actually kind of like tricky, guys, because of this B, we already found it here. This B, we already found it here. So we are going to actually use this part, these vectors this time. We are not going to use these ones. So it will be 4 over 3 minus 5 over 3, 0 and 1 over 3. And then we will divide by the same thing, which is 4 over 3, let me write it this way, 4 divided by 3 minus 5 divided by 3, 0, 1 divided by 3. I can just square it because of it's 2 times. So it will be 4 divided by 3 minus 5 divided by 3, 0, 1 divided by 3. And then I also multiply by this thing, which is 4 divided by 3 minus 5 divided by 3, 0, 1 divided by 3. So this is for this part. Let's check for A. We are going to subtract again. This is for A right now. So, but what is our C? What is our C? Our C is the same as 1, 0, minus 1 and 2. But what is our A? Our A, we already found it here, which is 1, 1, 0 and 1. All over 1, 1, 0 and 1. 1, 1, 0 and 1. And then even here 1, 1, 0 and 1. So we have already found our A in this case. We have already found our A in this case. So let me erase the first part so that we can begin solving. So this is what we're gonna do for orthogonal basis for this one. But our A, we said V1 prime was 1, 1, 0 and 1. So let me just save this data. So this will be V2 prime, which is the same as 1 over 3, 4 minus 5, 0 and 1. So this is what we are having. So let me erase here also so that we can simplify. So let us simplify this part actually. Let us start with this part because of I think is the trickier part. So it's going to be 1, 0, minus 1 and 2 minus. So 1 times 1 is actually something like 4 over 3 plus 0 times this one is just 0. 1 times minus 1 times 0 is just 0. 2 times 1 over 3 is 2 over 3. So we divide this part again. So you can just write this once and then you square it. So 4 over 3 times 4 over 3, it's actually 16 over 9. 16 over 9. and then we add again. Minus 5 over 3 multiplied by minus 5 over 3, it's actually 25 over 9. And then this one will just give us 0. It will just give us plus 0. Plus 1 times 1, it's 1. 3 times 3, it's 9. So it's 1 over this one. And this part will be 4 over 3. And then this one will be minus 5 over 3. And then this one will just be 0. And then this one will be 1 over 3. So we are done actually with this part. Can we check this part here? So in order for us to check this part here, we are going to say 1 times 1, and then it will just give us 1. So 0 times 1 is just 0. So 1 minus 1 times 0 is just 0. 2 times 1, it's plus 2. So we divide. 1 times 1, it's actually 1 plus 1 times 1, another 1, plus 0 times 0 is 0. 1 times 1 is another 1 again. And 1, 1, 0, and 1. So let me erase this part here. So let's simplify this part. So if you can use your calculator and you say 4 over 3 plus 2 over 3, and you divide all of these things by 16 over 9 plus 25 over 9 plus 1 over 9, you get something like 3 over 7. So this will be 1, 0, minus 1, 2, minus 3 over 7. And this part, which will be 4 over 3, minus 5 over 3, 0, and 1 over 3. So this is the part. Minus. So if you do that one also, you say 1 plus 2 with your calculator, 1 plus 1 plus 1. So it's actually 1. And 1, 1, 0, 1. So we can do this. We are going to say 1, which is this one, and we subtract 3 over 7, and we multiply 3 over 7 by 4 over 3, and we minus 1 multiplied by this one, and it will give us minus 4 over 7. Minus 4 over 7. That is the first value. Our second, we are going to substitute 0 minus 3 over 7 and multiply by minus 5 over 3 minus 1 times 1, which will just give us, is 0 minus 3 over 7 times minus 5 over 3 minus 1 times 1, which will just give us a minus 2 over 7. So let's take for minus 1 and minus 3 over 7 over 7, and then we also take 0 and we say minus 1 and then 0 again. So it gives us minus 1, as you can see. Let's take 2. 2 minus 3 over 7 times 1 over 3 minus 1 times 1. It gives us 6 over 7. So 7 is the common factor, as you can see. 1 over 7. So this can be written as minus 4, minus 2, and here it can be written as minus 7. Because of minus 7 times 1 over 7, it's actually minus 1. And this will give us our 6. This will give us our 6. So this is our orthogonal basis for V1, orthogonal basis for V2, and these are our orthogonal basis for V3 prime. So guys, this brings us to the end of our session, and then if you enjoyed this session, you can follow us for next session, because of we will be finding orthothermal basis for this orthogonal basis. Thank you.